Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. 等我一下啊。Wait for a while. If you're in here, help me like and share. If you're in here, help me like and share. Thank you very much. Wait, I chop. Today topic. Hello, Vicky. Hello. Okay, today topic a bit solemn, a bit stress. Yes, you guessed it correct. COVID related. Now I use the background video as the background photo as the topic. Because I realized when I go through my videos, I want to find sometimes I talk about some good things. I want to find back the stuff, right? I don't know which one I talk. So I post like that, then I know what I talk about. Yes, today serious topic, talking about COVID. COVID. Some update. Okay, why I want to say this thing, right? Because it's quite relevant. Now it's approaching the end July period already. So if you're not aware, government has released a lot of measures coming up. I do a quick sharing of the thing first so that you all can see what I see. Okay, so you all know, right? Since beginning of the COVID situation happening, right? Wow, the bird outside my house very loud. Since the beginning of the COVID situation happening, the government already announced a series of measures targeted to help a lot of people. Okay, so first thing first, they help in terms of wage support. Wage support meaning to say they pay up to 75%, right, to help those industry that's affected, especially like, for example, aviation, tourism, and all these things. So all in all, total 93 billion. 93 billion. How many zero is billion? Million is 60, right? Billion is 90. 93, you imagine your mind, 93 and then 90 behind it. Total spend or total coming out from the past reserve and the existing, don't know where. I don't know where the money come from. Government got money. So all this thing is being pumped out to help the people. So it comes, I will identify in terms of three form of support. Number one is the wage support. Okay, first thing first, the government don't want people to lose their job. Okay, so they support the employer or support the company, right, by giving this thing what we call a wage support. Okay, wage support. This one, so later I will same thing. I will share all these links inside the comment. Stabilization and support package. So you can see, wow, one of the airline, airport operator, cruise line, cruise terminal, licensed food stores and shops, tier 2 field services, all employers. So you can see this thing, right? If you are the first tier that is very hard hit, right, you will support 75% of the so-called wage, right? Then other sectors 50%, 25%. So all these things I don't want to go into the details. I just want to say what kind of support has been given up. Second thing is self-employed, right? Self-employed meaning to say people who don't have CPF. That means people who are not being paid CPF by the employer. Self-employed, people who drive Grab, people who do food panda, food delivery, people like us, taxi drivers, property agents, insurance agent, tuition teacher. All these are self-employed. Self-employed is one man show sometimes one man show 自己是自己老板yeah, own self is own self boss so it's self-employed. Self-employed also they giving him sometimes some form of support. So the government, right, already given out a lot of money to secure stabilize the economy. So that's what's happening in terms of first thing. Okay, first thing they giving out money for stabilization and support. All right, so second form of support, right, is rental relief. All right, this is something that is very what's that called? Very, very property related already. Rental relief. SMEs owners, right? A lot of them, right? They rent a property to do business, right? They don't buy a property to do operate their business. So SME owners, right? They are also being given a lot of rental relief by the government. Okay, so same thing. I don't want to go into the details and everything. I just want to show you that all this support that has already been given out by the government. So number one, wage support. Number two, rental support. Number three, a lot of banks and insurance company, right? They have this temporary relief in terms of their loans. Meaning to say, right, all these banks, for example, I talk about, we give a very big, a very extreme scenario lah. For example, this today, this particular person, all right, he is a airline crew, right? Maybe airline crew lah. He gonna suspended from work, not suspended from work lah. He have to stop work because of COVID, right? So no choice. He will have to stay at home and do something else. Then if this guy, he still got a bank installment to pay in terms of his housing, he still got his insurance to pay and all these things, he can apply for all this deferment, right? But however, all these things, right, is not permanent. That means 早晚都要还的啦. Sooner or later you need to pay back. It's not saying that you totally don't need to pay, right? So you can see the third form of so-called the third form of relief, right, has been given in terms of like loan relief, right? So you got wage support given by the government. That's number one. Second thing, rental relief, all right, given the framework already given out by the government to the landlords and tenants. Third one will be the loan relief, right? So you can see a lot of people has applied for it. You can see just based on the three local bank, DBS 1,002, UOB 4,005, OCBC 3,000. Okay, I think these are numbers that in the, you see the date, April 19. So maybe all in all, there's much more at the end of the day. So what I'm trying to say here is that all these things, right, is like a person is already drowning. A person is already drowning, right? Drowning already. So this is a form of lifeline being given to them. So this lifeline, right, how long can it last? A drowning person, how long can it last? Because this person already going to sink already, right? Hello, my wife. Right. So you can see Parliament has given out a lot of these measures and support in terms of the COVID. And Minister Heng come out, wow, the I think very bad start for him. Being an upcoming Prime Minister, wow, he has to deal with so many things. Some more he's a Minister of Finance. So there's a lot of uncertainty. So why am I sharing this topic today, right? It's because there are a lot of people saying that after all these support or relief or temporary grants has been lifted up, we may experience a sharp drop, meaning to say, like I draw again. Today I use drawing again. Meaning to say, right, the situation now is very bad already. Meaning to say COVID, COVID then suddenly drop. But supposed to drop further one, right? But the government is giving some form of support to help now. Now we are something like here lah. Right. If let's say the government don't support we should be like this right. Now the thing is now we are here. Now we are talking about maybe the what's that called lifeline lah. We're talking about the economy economy. Right. But because of all this support and all this thing given, right, it's being temporarily uplifted, right, by government. But is this sustainable or not? That's the thing that a lot of people are asking, whether after the support has ended, after all this relief has disappeared, will the property price crash again? Will there be experiencing a sharp drop again? So this is the purpose of topic of discussion for today. So I always like to share some things with people to see that, you see, government is how do I say in every country, right, the government is the biggest player, or so-called the biggest manipulator of the market. You just take a look at US. US is the most hit one in terms of their COVID situation. And yet you can see the stock market is still seems like doing very well. So the thing is that it's a bit no logic, right? So a lot of people say that, oh, it's because of the QE, because of the unlimited printing. So that is the reason why the government, right, is the biggest manipulator in terms of the economy or in terms of the market, right, in every country. So what can we expect moving forward from here? End of July, there's one more announcement to be made by the Ministry of Finance. They are supposed to discuss something about the rental relief. There should be some updates ongoing for coming end of July, and landlord, they will be expecting to receive another round of so-called cash support or cash rebate lah from the government. Right. So details, I don't want to bore you. Details, you can go and read it in the website and all these things. Take a look. So you can see in terms of the stock market, I use the Singapore STI. I'm a layman, so I'm not so savvy. So if you take a look at STI, hey, this one is the spider STI index. STI index. STI index. I don't know whether you can see the graph or not. I think can now. Okay, so this is when this is during the situation gone bad already lah. How you see March, lowest point 23rd March 2020. After that, with all these measures, reliefs, and all these things being announced and given, you can see the stock market somehow is revived back to alive. However, it's still not back to the level pre-COVID. Right, you can see pre-COVID, right, 3132 there about. I'm using the STI index, Straits Times index, right, to do a snapshot of the indicator of the economy health lah. So COVID, wow, jialat, you see the drop, very scary, boom, like somebody fall down like that, fall off the cliff, right. Then suddenly you can see, wow, suddenly here over here there's a spike. I don't know what happened. 28 May, maybe got some big news or what. I'm not a person in the money market, so I don't know. So now we are hovering around 2625, 2625, thereabout lah. So you can see that it's still not back yet to the pre-COVID situation. However, we also cannot say that the market has really bottomed, because now we are really uncertain. Uncertain in the sense whereby moving forward, right, we can really go down into a stagnant market. Stagnant market meaning to say things are still not doing very well. A lot of businesses is still suffering. Or if, let's say, the vaccine is found, everybody very happy, because once the vaccine is found, everybody get immune, we can get back to our normal life, then the stock market will be revived back to the pre-COVID situation again. And of course, over at our MAS site, okay, so this is the article that I want to share with people today. Published just 10 days ago, okay, July 17, 2020, okay. MAS to help people, firms, ease dependence on relief measures, okay. So they are saying that they want to target a soft landing. Mr. Menon, all right, this guy, all right, he said it's time to study how best companies and individuals to start making their payments. Okay, so a good exit strategy from the relief measure is as important. If not, it can lead to many borrowers defaulting the loan. Okay, so you can see the MAS also don't want a sharp drop again, right? We will not have a cliff effect, which means it's not as if all will be withdrawn on 31st December. Okay, I also do not think that we can continue to provide these reliefs indefinitely, because the longer you continue them, the more at risk some borrowers will be in terms of repayment. So the words from the MAS, right, is very balanced, right? Same thing, they do not want sudden crash. At the same time, they do not want to continue to have all these individuals and firms, right, to rely on the support. Okay, so outlining the scale of the relief operation, banks have so many. You see, just now in the earlier article, right, you can see the numbers also don't have so much. About 34,000 mortgage loans until December 31st. A lot. Also deferred principal and interest for more than 2,100 renovation and educational loans. 25,000 life and health insurance policy deferred their premiums. Wow, amazing. 5,300 SMEs secured loans deferment has also been made. Okay, so this thing is roll over lah. That means they what's they call they push backwards lah. Not say don't want to return but push backwards lah. So now the government already come out and say, right, individuals will have more information so that they can start planning. Banks will have a better idea on who can pay their loans and who needs more help. All this information will help save the central bank from some headache. So over here, right, already saying um, that MAS, right, would not want to have this. We will not have a cliff effect. Okay. This is the highlight lah. This is what I want to share with people. Okay. So of course, if let's say today you are a business owner, I talk about business owner. Hey, hello Melvin. If let's say we are talking about if you are a business owner, if let's say you are dependent on the support and all these things, we will have to see quickly how you can bounce up, revive your business from there on. If not, after this so-called relief is removed, there will be a lot more so-called repayments to be made lah. All right, and then at the same time, right? If today you are, for example, a homeowner, you are having your maybe even a second or third investment property, and you have to look at your individual finances. If let's say this is you have 2 or 3 properties, and some of these properties, right, you bought them pre-COVID in a very tight financial situation, meaning to say, right, you bought the property as an investment, and after buying it, you feel very tight in terms of your finances, right? It may be a good time for you to review, to see that whether you would want to offload it or not. Because, okay, all this I'm sharing, right, is based on my own personal opinion. It's not a suggestions for you to buy, sell, but all these are based on all my own personal opinion. Okay, so at the end of the day, you decide. The final decision still lies on yourself. Okay, so today, if let's say you are an investor, okay, today if you are an investor, you have 2, 3, 4, or even more properties, but your current cash flow or your current financial situation, you feel that is a bit tight, okay, may suggest that you will want to offload some of these property quickly. I use the word quickly is because when come end of the year, when all these reliefs are slowly and surely being removed, that's where the reality will start to slowly set in. People will start to feel the pain of the impact from this COVID-19. That's when that you can see people, they will tighten up their belt, they will spend lesser, and all these things will impact the economy, right? People, consumer behavior and all these things will definitely have a huge impact, right? So if let's say today you are a property homeowner, right, who have a lot of properties and you're experiencing a tight cash flow, you may consider quickly make use of this window of opportunity to offload some of this property. Okay, and likewise, if let's say today you are investor, good news for you. If let's say you have spare cash, all right, money on hand, look out for good deals, right? There will be good deals happening, and actually even pre-COVID there is good deals happening now, because sellers, right, some sellers they sell during urgent, they may be in urgent deadline to sell. That's why they say, hey, hello Doris, they sell cheap or sell below market value. So you have to determine what kind of margin or what kind of safe buffer you want to create for yourself. I just want to use a very basic analogy. Like for example, this particular project, this condo, the 2-bedroom, the prices is around 1 million. This owner suddenly selling at 900,000. So you have to assess for yourself whether or not this 100,000 kind of a margin, is it safe enough for you to enter or not? If you think it is a good price, then yes, you can go ahead. 900,000, okay, what? Because market price trading at 1 million, but you manage to buy at 900,000. Why not? Just go ahead. Then even if the COVID situation start to set in, right, people start to shift down the market price to maybe 950, 980, or even 920, you still have a very good buffer, right, from there. So if let's say today you are investor with spare cash and your financial situation is very, very strong, you may make use of this situation, right, to do some window shopping ready lah, to hunt for good deals. But of course, if let's say today, if you are purchasing your first property, that means for home, my advice is we are trading in a very uncertain situation. The market may shift up because of some reason, and the market will go down for some reason. It is not wise, right, to speculate or to gamble where the market will be going up or down. Importantly, you have to understand what is the timeline or objective that you have to meet. For example, if let's say today you are purchasing the home, right, for your schooling kids, primary school, next year going primary one or something like that, even if the market go up, you also need to buy. Even if the market go down, then you also need to buy, correct? So my opinion is that if let's say you are planning for your own stay, that means your first home or your primary home, then my suggestion is do not overthink lah. Do not overanalyze the market. Just look for something that is suitable for yourself and your family, something that is right price, reasonably priced, then you may just go ahead really. Because the last thing you want is that you wait and see, and suddenly the market, right, has another factor whereby, oh, vaccine found, then everybody start to chong again, I mean, I don't know. Or even maybe the government announced something like, for example, oh, I'm going to relax the measure. For example, I'm not speculating. Instead of applying cooling measure, right? Oh, I'm going to relax the measure. Then suddenly everybody chong. Then that's where that, if let's say, for example, you're targeting a condo, if let's say the seller also know of this news, the seller will shift the pricing up one. For example, previously or now, the COVID situation quite jialat lah. Okay, I sell 1 million. Then government announced, oh, I'm going to relax the measure. Now, instead of 75% loan, right, you can take 85% loan, for example, then your down payment become lesser, right? Then a lot of people may go and chong already, right? Then in this scenario, right, the seller will say, hey, 1 million, wow, I think I sell cheap. Maybe I ask for 1.05, I ask for 1.1 million. So seller will also have that kind of effect, whereby if let's say such measure is being introduced. So as if you are going to buy your first home, my suggestion is don't overread or don't over gamble lah, or so-called wait and see in terms of the market. Just buy based on your needs lah. Okay, just buy based on what you need, like location, where's your kids primary school and all these things. Just move forward already. Okay, so in this sharing today, right, I just want to do a quick update. The situation now we are facing, right, towards the end of year, when all this relief is being removed, what will happen next? All right, so a lot of things is pretty uncertain right now, a lot of uncertainty in the market. And of course, people always say lah, during uncertainty in the market is always the best time to make some take advantage of some of the opportunity. But I will always like to present two sides of the coin. You make your own decision. Okay, the fact of the matter is that there is a lot of people who will be suffering once all these measures and reliefs are being slowly removed, right? We will definitely see more SMEs closing shop. We will definitely see more workers having their job loss and all these things. But do remember, assess your own individual situation. If let's say you think that, hey, my side, okay, no problem, my job very secure one, no issue, then okay, good for you, congratulations, you may want to move forward as planned. All right. However, if let's say today your job is one of the industry that is being affected and impacted, right, then you may want to rethink and reassess your current situation. All right, the housing plan, you may want to choose another alternative or choose another option. So this is what I want to share for today, right? We will always wait for the government to give us a better update in terms of what kind of new um, strategies lah, not strategies lah, new what's that called? New soft landing approach that they are targeting. Okay, so this point of this article that I want to draw upon, right, is the MAS has already released out this statement. They do not want to see a cliff effect. Cliff effect meaning to say, like just now the stock market I show you one, suddenly everything drop, right? So they are trying to strike a balance. Okay, they will still want people to fulfill their financial obligation. They still want people to pay their loan, pay their rent. They still want people to get back to the normal life. But at the same time, they cannot continuously provide this release forever. Okay, so this is the balance between the approach that the government is taking. All right. So today's topic, I have pretty much covered till the end of it. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to type in the comment. All right. Then if you have, later on, I will paste all these links in the comments box. If you do have the time, right, to go through every one of them, read and understand, you will see that this COVID-19 situation, right, is really, I can say, one of the worst crises that we have seen. Okay, but right now, because the government is very proactive in terms of reacting, throwing money, literally throwing money in terms of helping all the people that is over here. Okay, even I personally, I already received $900, 600 plus the 300, I also don't know. So the government, I don't know what steps they will be taking moving forward, but definitely this impact is already felt. So up to you to make your own decision. If let's say you are good, then take advantage of it. If let's say you are borderline, then you may rethink lah. Maybe you may want to build up your cash reserve first, right? Before buying into upgrading into a bigger property. Okay, so all these things you will need to sit down and calculate with a professional in terms of your risk assessment, and make sure that your finances is sound before moving forward. All right. Hey, Cheryl asking, hello Cheryl, how to find undervalue or fire sale property on Property Guru, or is there any resources? Okay, undervalued property is a hot topic lah. Everybody want to find undervalued property or fire sale property. Okay, of course, if let's say today, right, I just use a very simple project lah. For example, today you go and see Property Guru. I say you go and find this project called maybe I don't know lah, 随便ABC condo. Okay, ABC condo. I cannot name the condo lah. Later some of the sellers staying there very bad. You go to the Property Guru, you are aiming, like, for example, all the 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom. You want to buy undervalue. All right. First thing first, you can check the URA. What are the recently past transacted prices? For example, you find this ABC condo. All right. You go to the URA website. You see past 6 months, 1 bedroom trading at 650,000 to 700,000. So the market price is around 650,000 to 700,000 for the 1 bedroom over at ABC condo. So what is a undervalue? Undervalue, right? Some people, right, they say that, oh, the bank valuation is how much? I buy below bank valuation is undervalue. That's not undervalue. So undervalue, you have to look at the past transactions of that particular project. So some bank valuation is not so accurate lah. Why I say that? Because I got my own experience lah. So for example, you already got the full address of the property, right? You go and ask bankers, hey, what is the valuation of this property? Sometimes they may give you, this one is at 780, 800,000. Then you think, very strange. How come the bank value is so much higher than the recently past 6 months transacted? So you will have to use the URA past transacted that is more accurate. Or if let's say you want to invest more, you have to go and subscribe the paid tools. Paid tools such as, like, for example, agents, we like to use SRX or Square Foot. Then that's where that you can get a more accurate and updated past 6 months transacted figures in terms of the condo. So from there you can understand what is the true market value of the project already, right? Then you have to see from all the sources. Property Guru is very expensive nowadays. So some agents may not be even advertising on Property Guru. They may be advertising on other portals such as 99.co, HProp, all these things. So if you are very hardworking, you will have to find all the portals. All right, call all the agents one by one. Hello, hi, I'm who and who. The best way, right, is to make friend. All right, make friend with all the agents. Okay, this is a very hard and tedious job. So you must let your intention known to say that, hey, Mr. Agent A, I am an investor. My loan is already approved. I already got my budget is this how much. I'm targeting this price range to enter this market, this project. If you come across any unit, my check is ready one. You just call me. I able to decide within 2 hours. Can buy one, no problem one. My loan check ready, cash I have ready, CPF I have ready. So one by one, you will have to contact all the agents to tell them, hey, I am ready one. I have money one. You got good deal, must call me immediately, okay? Then you may even want to sweeten, say, uh, uh, if really you can find me, I buy you a meal, something like that lah. So this is like friendly lah. You must let every agents that's marketing that particular project make known that you are a ready, serious buyer. All right, then you must really remind them lah. Maybe once every 2 weeks, remind them, hey, hi, do you have any units recently that is good deal for me? Because agents every day we receive a lot of messages and calls. So every 2 weeks you ask. Every 2 weeks you ask. If the agent will find you annoying lah, but you will keep appearing in their mind lah. You say, wow, this person wow, ready one ready one. So if this particular agent, all right, so sellers, right, why individuals will want to sell? They start to realize that they got financial issue already, right? Why sometimes you go to the, okay, sidetrack a bit. Why sometimes you go to those auction listing, right? You see those auction lists, right? Hey, you see the properties like not so desirable, right? Because there is a process, there is a timeline why people reach until there. First thing first, you see, today a person, right, got financial trouble already, right? What is the first thing he will do? Okay, he won't immediately sell the house first, right? First thing first, he may want to, you know, sell away his jewelry lah, car lah, branded bag lah, branded watch just to keep up with the thing, right? After doing all this already, right, still got cash flow problem. What is the next thing they will do? Maybe borrow from parents or friends lah, or families lah, all these things, right? Then after they resort, after their friends and family cannot borrow already, right? What is the next thing they do? Go to banks, right? Those licensed money lender, they go and borrow, right? Hey, I need money. So some people, they stubbornly still want to hold on the property, right? They will do all these things, right? Up to a point of time, they really cannot hold already, right? And they start to default in terms of their bank payment already, right? That's where the bank will so-called repossess back their house and put it up on bank sale. But normally people won't do that, right? People won't wait until last minute, then they do all this kind of thing. Right? So probably these owners who are more financially savvy they will want to quickly approach agent already. Hey, Mr. Agent, I want to sell my house already. Of course, these sellers, right, they also won't say that they are in financially trouble, right? They will say that, oh, why you want to sell? Oh, because I shifting back to with my parents. Oh, because I shifting from west to east to west, something like that lah. People won't, I mean, face value like Asian typically people sellers they won't say, oh, I in financially trouble, that's why I want to sell my house. You won't, right? But sometimes agents, they can sense. They will say that, hey, they will ask some smart questions. When do you need to sell it? Roughly, do you have a timeline to meet? Or roughly, what is the target price that you are aiming? So if you can sense the seller, they will say something like, actually, I want to sell as soon as possible because I want to get rid of this property fast. So maybe now July, right? They say, if you can help me sell by end August, that will be the best. If they say something like that, then it's a ding ding ding. They will trigger already. They say, wow, this seller quite urgent. If they're urgent, time sensitive, if they're urgent, then pricing wise, they may be a bit softer. Then the smart agent, they may ask something like, hey, if today, I just saying for example only, if today somebody come to you with talking about the one bedroom price again, 650 to 700K. If today somebody with ready money, they come to you and say, hey, 580, I want to buy a house, you will consider or not? Then if the seller say, they think, wow, that means got chance already. But people usually, they not so urgent one. They say, no lah, 580 market price 650 to 700K. You want me to sell 580? Crazy. Then this is a typical seller who is not urgent. They will respond. But if let's say they say, maybe 630 lah, 630 I can go already. Wow, 来了了. Come ready. This is something that agent, right? Then you can sense that, maybe this one can even test lower with ready buyer, all these things. That's where the agent, right, will immediately call his list of clients. If we know it's a good deal, right, immediately we will reach out to our circle of network first. First thing first, we will probably call our friends. Saying Bing Bing, Hey, this one a good deal. You see, you want to consider or not? Your site got any friends want to buy? Market price 650 to 700K. This owner desperate already want to sell 580K. You see, you want to consider or not? So this is a typical so-called agent. Their process, thinking process. Immediately they want to reach out to their friends first, because good deals, good deals, their own self they cannot take, right? They will pass on to their families or friends. Then after family or friends cannot take, right? Then immediately they will come to, just now I mentioned to you already. I remember got this person keep messaging me every 2 weeks. Oh, I'm ready buyer, I want to buy one. Then immediately he will reach out to you, say, I have this unit, quite interesting. Maybe you want to consider or not? The stacks, the detail is like this. This is what project, what. The price is like this. What is the bank valuation? And now selling at how much? You see, you want to consider or not? You try lah. Any offer you try. So that is a process of how come why you will have some fire deals happening in the market, right? Sometimes you can really see that this unit not even advertised on the website or on any property guru or 99.co or whatsoever, right? Your unit sold already leh. Why? It's because of this thing happening. The agents who is already being approached by the seller, right, don't even need to list it on the portals. Immediately, just a few phone calls, right? The house is already sold. So all these so-called fire deals are all these so-called undervalued properties, right? More often than not, right? You cannot find it in the portals one. All right. So this is just sharing based on my own experience on my side I just want to share with you what is the typical fire deal kind of property that's happening. So if today, right, if you go and find the bank sales, auction, like all these Knight Frank, if you go and see, you can subscribe to their newsletter one. You go and see their properties, right? More often than not, is those like maybe ground floor unit penthouse Sentosa unit These units wow, very hard to sell one because not so liquid not so easy to sell because probably the seller has already engaged many agents to try to sell, but cannot sell. Right, so bo bian no choice gonna repossessed by the bank. Yeah, so hope this short explanation, not short about 10 minutes this explanation can answer your question, Cheryl. Yeah, so I do receive people asking me and all these things. I don't like really some investors I don't like the way they talk to agents They say, hey, you got a good deal, let me know that kind of attitude So agents, we also got we are people, we are human also we also will choose right So who is friendly to us, we also want to prioritize who is friendly to us right? So of course, when we come up with a good deal, immediately we will reach out to our own friends and all that, then see whether they can take the deal or not. If they cannot, then we reach out to our so-called our triple A clients Then if our triple A clients cannot, then we slowly move down then if really cannot, then we post it out on the portals But most of the time I would say it's really a good deal, right? Don't even need to post on portals Don't even need to post on website. Should be sold already. So this is just a quick sharing Okay. Yeah, so must hardworking go and send your messages, send to a lot of agents. Hey, I am a ready buyer, looking for this project. Yeah, I do my best I do my best to my wife. Yeah, so I do my best to help and to be I like to share all this information with people because I do believe that some information is very transparent, especially nowadays in the modern society. We need to be realistic all right? Some people say, hey, you got fire deal, let me know. Then you must think why the agent want to give you this fire deal, right or not? The agent has also got his own friends, got his own families and parents and all these things. So people is like that they like to work with people who they are comfortable with, right? So just a quick sharing So sometimes I come across some because we have all those tools we see, hey, wow, how come this unit sells so cheap? Never see before in the website. So we all know that this thing happened really like it could be or sometimes it could be a transfer between family members. Sometimes it can be that way also. So don't even need to advertise. Sometimes it's like brother transfer to sibling, sibling transfer to sibling. Then they still trigger a caveat. Then you see that, hey, how come this property so cheap? Then sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's a transfer between family members. Right. So we don't know what's happening one. To be honest, we don't know what's the workings behind one. Yeah. So hope this answer your question. Yeah. If you have any other questions or comments, please feel free to type in the chat box. So for all people who just came in and watch and all this, if you find today's video topic interesting and engaging and educational, please help to like and share. And also, of course, at the same time, if you have not done so, please help me to like the Facebook page, this page that you're watching from, the John Tan -SG West Region. Not my personal page, not my friend, not my personal account. The page, the one with the blue color background one. Help me like the page so that every day I go live, you'll be notified. Okay. Then as much as possible, like I mentioned again, I try to do this every day 10 p.m. To share my so-called my experience. I don't have to say knowledge. Sometimes very feel like fake guru. Just want to share my experience to people who is watching. And then if you find this helpful, just feel free to share it with your friends. Okay. Then if there's not much things left, I would probably end my session in another two more minutes. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to type inside. Okay. Yeah lah. So everyone, do my final blessing again. Daily blessing. Everyone, please be healthy. Please be happy. Make more money. Stay positive. All right. Stay positive. We are moving into a very uncertain timing already. Coming these few months. So just stay positive lah. Whichever what things happen to your life, I believe we all go through different what's that called? Different obstacles and lessons that we want to go through. I don't want to use the word God lah, but higher being lah. I think somebody up there is testing us lah, giving us some kind of all these challenges and obstacles. Okay, so just be positive lah. Okay, just be positive. We will get through it. Right after you go through all these lessons and obstacles, you will become stronger. Then somebody upstairs will give you a better challenge and higher challenge. That's life lah. You become stronger and stronger, then you go and fight more stronger opponents right? So you level up like computer game like that level up. Then you go and fight stronger opponent. Then you feel I was so stressed Then you level up again. Then you fight stronger opponents again. Never ending But fun Just treat it like a game Don't be so. Yeah lor. That's all I want to say if let's say there's not much question or comments, say my final goodbye. All right, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. All right, please help to like the Facebook page. Thank you very much. All right, bye bye.